Hi. So I finished work early again today, about midday, lunchtime. It is just after 12 right now. And sometimes when I finish work, I try to find something cool and interesting to go explore. And it's happened again. I found something cool and explored. Something cool to explore. And so we are here at the Leo Carrillo Rancho. Hey, it's Tim. And I'm glad you're here with us. And we're going to go check this out. We're going to go learn some stuff. Leo Carrillo was an actor. He was like 1915, so he was vaudeville and he was Hollywood. He was on TV. In fact, he was on a show called the Cisco Kid, if you remember that, from the 1950s, 1950 to 1956. A show called the Cisco Kid, which I've never ever seen, but I've heard of. It sounds amazing. He was a sidekick. He played Poncho, and these guys were like kind of cowboys and Indian style. Robin Hood. So they did good deeds for the people, and it was an amazing show. And special fun fact that this show was the very first show to ever be filmed in color. 1950 to 1956, filmed in color, but nobody could see it in color because we didn't have color TVs yet. So they were way ahead of their time with that. But anyway, it's kind of a famous thing. Anyway, he was well, more about him later. Let's go explore. What we're doing right now is I'm walking down this path because where they have you come in and park in the parking lot is for the guests, like for us, modern people to come in, new people. These days parking lot is what we're going to call it. But in the old days, he had guests and visitors, his friends from Hollywood, Clark Gable, and other people. I forgot their names, and other people too. But so the way they came in was this bridge down here. So we're going to go down and walk in and come in as if they would come in. So this is a huge Spanish style from his roots, his heritage. It's all designed that way. So, and he built it that way in the 1930s. So we're gonna go check it out. Let's go find this bridge where you enter the park, and then we're gonna go explore and see what we see here. It's pretty neat. It's beautiful here. So let's go see. Okay, this is the original entrance. Standing here at the original entrance to the ranch, the Rancho, as it was called. And that bridge right there is original placement. There's an old bridge that was there, and that one's a modern one, but that's how you came in. If we were Clark Gable, we'd come in right here. We'd have come in right here in our little car or horse, whatever, I don't know. And we'd go across that bridge. But first, look at this sign here. It's telling us to be alert. Rattlesnakes live here. Watch your step. So we will do that. But we'd go across this bridge. Now we're on the property to go see our buddy Leo, who was an actor friend. Now the sign over here I read says that you can see parts of the old bridge that they saved and preserved. Oh yeah, let me get over here without falling in the water. Yeah, look at this. That's amazing. So that is the old bridge built by Leo Carrillo when he moved in here, I guess, that they've preserved and kind of built a new bridge over top of it. That's amazing. And all this brickwork and rockwork and stuff, I don't know how really old it is, but it says that he built these dams and stuff along here. This used to be a raging river, and they used it for water for the property. But because of modern construction and homes and new stuff, it's kind of been wrecked. It's kind of, all that water's gone. It's been diverted. But anyway, we're going to walk across this bridge. Look at this. This is pretty cool. I love that. I mean, that could be 100 years old down there. I don't know. It's got to be at least 100. What is this, 2022? And he was around, I think he says somebody else lived here, but he took it over in the 30s or the 20s. We're going to find that out. Let's go up and go across the bridge and go see what's over here without falling in the water. The muddy, stinky water. This is called the Old Way In. You can see, it's interesting. It's very amazing walking around through here because this all used to be barren country. I'm in this little valley or a divot in Carlsbad, California, and all around me, we're in the bottom of this little valley right here, this little indent, which is actually pretty big. The property was 2,500 acres, and now it's only 25 acres, which is still a lot. But there's houses, brand new houses, all around, 360 degrees all the way around. According to this sign here, God, he was a neat guy. Everybody liked him. He was called Mr. California. This is the caretaker's house. This is not his golf cart. But it looks like they're doing some construction here. This is the caretaker's house. So if you were a guest and you came across the bridge over there, You came here. If you were Clark Gable, you came here and met with the caretaker. Staff offices, Caretaker's Ranch. So according to what I'm reading and watching, these adobes, the adobe walls and stuff are really old. These may not be as old as the house, but and been preserved. I love this logo, this Leo Carrillo logo everywhere. I'm gonna make a logo for my name, a T and an M. I don't know if that's gonna translate as neat, as cool. I'm gonna work on that. Also, this is called the Ranch of the Spanish Daggers, and in Spanish it's Rancho de los Quixotes, I think. I'm not looking at it right now, which means ranch. It's the ranch of the daggers, the Spanish daggers. Which I think I asked the lady, I said, what the heck is a Spanish dagger? And she said, oh yeah, that's a yucca. We call them yucca plants, which are I'll find one and put a picture, but a yucca plant is a kind of a tall, slender plant, about, I don't know, 8 to 10 feet tall usually. And the top, when they bloom these beautiful white flowers, and it looks like the top of a Q-tip. They're really amazing. You know, like I said, this is one of those places where I didn't even know it was here. I didn't know who Leo Carrillo was until I came here, but turns out he was a really influential guy. He had an amazing personality. They called him Mr. California because he did a lot to preserve the Spanish Mexican cultural heritage that's here in California. So this would have been the official entrance right here. He says, welcome amigos. Welcome amigos. Now I heard his voice in the video, so I can hear him saying that. Really neat voice. He was a very, very funny guy. We are just now officially entering. Here's the signpost. I think this is the hacienda, like the main house. Let's go see. Look at this. I love this. The logo in the door, the iron door. So this is the bedrooms of the hacienda. We can peek inside. The door's open. Look inside. Look at that old sink. Right there. They're doing a private tour and I'm kind of peeking in. Look at these rods on the ceiling and this light fixture. Wow. And then had the fireplace. This was the daughter's bedroom, I think. Take a look at this bathroom. This screams 1940. Look at this bathtub. There's the potty. Look at this. What? This is amazing. Look at you go down in there, and then you poke your head up, and there's the shower. And the pink tile, I love it. What's this? Look at that in the tile. This is amazing. It's like a hay cart. What do you call that? It's a wagon. That's amazing. I love this. I would do my bathroom this way. Look at the roof. And these really classic light fixtures. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Look at this door knocker. We are going into the main house. This is the original house built in the 1880s and then remodeled by Leo Carrillo. There's a picture of him right there with his dog. But this was built in 1880s and then remodeled. Main house. Bedrooms were over there. Like a separate building, L-shaped hacienda. Bedrooms over there in that building. And then this was the main house. It was a two-story house. Look, there's some pictures over here. I'll show you. This is what the house used to look like. It was built in the Kelly family built it in 1882, And then when they moved out and Leo Carrillo took over the property, he took the second level off and turned it into this hacienda looking thing, which is beautiful. Love it. It's all adobe brick, medieval light fixtures. This is the dining area here where the eating commenced. And to heat the place, of course, we're in San Diego, it doesn't get that cold, but they had this fireplace, and I love the Leo Carrillo logo everywhere. I'm gonna make one of those when I get home. It's gonna be a T&M. This is a picture of a property, what it used to look like. Now, this is the road we walked in on right here, into the space over here. But this is all houses. All of this is housing, all around it. All you can see, look at that. There's a what do you call it? Like a catch basin, a water pond, a water thing to provide water, to store water. That's all gone, of course. But yeah, this is all houses around here. It's amazing. She said to go and look in the kitchen because it's been remodeled at some point. Oh, look, real quick before you go in there, there's a display of Hollywood memorabilia here for the Cisco Kid. That's right, he was in the Cisco Kid. He played Poncho. Look at, you could have got a puzzle. Cisco Kid puzzle. Look at this. Little die-cast or metal horse. Look at the gun in this display belonged to Leo Carrillo. It is a Colt and was manufactured in 1957. There they are acting. I'll bet you that's Alabama Hills right there where we were in another trip. But look at all this stuff. There's some hats. He was a hero. It says kids didn't just watch their heroes, they dressed up as them. So you could get all these Leo Carrillo garb, and there he is with his dog, another dog, and the Cisco Kid guy. Let's go take a look at this kitchen. This is screaming 1950s right here. This was except for that stove and refrigerator, but this is the kitchen. Yeah. All right. That's not near as exciting stuff. This is the main house and the hacienda, as it is called. You've got a sweet windmill here. It's probably not original because it's made out of steel. I don't think they did too much stuff out of steel. Maybe, I don't know. Here's the outside of the hacienda, right here. Lots of cool plants. There's a lot of cool plants out here. Foliage, lots of interesting foliage. But we are in the grounds right in front of the hacienda. You know, there's so much to see here. We got to keep moving. But I'm trying to find a better shot of the hacienda. Get a full wide angle kind of view. But there's the main house we just left, and that's the original structure minus the second floor. And then over here there's an archway that goes into the little courtyard breezeway, and then this is the bedrooms over here. But anyway, that's really cool. We're gonna go see what else is here. Oh, we got to go down to the swimming pool. So they had a swimming pool that when the city took over the property, of course there was, I think there was nobody living here, and it was in massive disrepair, and so they redid it. It was original swimming pool from Leo Carrillo, 1935, I think it said. And they've redone it to make it look nice and pretty. It is now just considered a reflecting pool to the pool house. Can you imagine like being here and hanging out? Clark Gable sitting over on the bench over there, and everybody's here swimming and hanging out in the pool. This really old looking bar that they serve drinks at. Look at this faucet. That's authentic. Look at this, probably real stuff. I think they just made stuff here. Like handles and latches and shelves and cabinetry out of just rough wood they had sitting around. That's got to be like original and just kind of redone and to make, you know, probably pieces fell off and they had to fix it. What can I get you? Sarsaparilla, you got it. There'll be no roughhousing in here either. This is a cool place. Here's the authentic original AED equipment in case somebody's having a heart attack. Oh, here we go. There is a picture of the poolside at the cabana. That's Leo right there, hanging out at the pool. And this is what the pool looked like. Yeah, look, there's that bar we were just in. That's the bar we were just standing in there. Look at that. I love seeing the old pictures, how it used to be. There was even some kind of diving apparatus right there, which is now missing. I think that's a diving board. Yeah. The water, well, it's a black and white picture, but the water doesn't, it looks brown. So according to information, I read the sign, that right there is like a pump house, and this windmill was originally a windmill here. Maybe that's not the same one, but there was a windmill here that ran the pump and pumped water to the house and everything, and they filled the pool with well water. I don't think back then, the 1930s, that they had good pool filtration and chlorine and all that kind of stuff, so I think they just filled it up with well water. Everybody came and swam, and they probably drained it and filled it back up again another day. But right here where I'm standing is the entertainment area where he had guests over and they entertained. Right here, splashed in the pool, Clark Gable, Lana Turner, people like that. And here where I'm standing, this is the barbecue. Check that out. You don't see that stuff at barbecues galore. It's like, look at these iron doors and stuff. No stainless steel. It's all iron. Raw iron. On the grill here. You can even see some of Leo Carrillo's charcoal still in there from the last burgers he made. They must probably still use this. But here's a sink, and I love too, why do you need fancy faucets? Look at these things. I mean, if you had outdoor stuff, I'd make it look like this, all rustic. Yeah, that's amazing. There's a sink here. I don't know how old that really is, but then this over here is the wash house. Probably where they did the laundry. The laundry house here. God, I love these gates. Look at this. It's got to be original stuff. See, they don't make things to last anymore. This would be like a plastic gate, but it's thick, heavy wood and pins. That's awesome. And these arches. I'm digging it. Okay, this is the wash house, which is not open for us to see inside. But if you're in one of those tours, which I kind of snuck into, you can go inside and see stuff. But this is the wash house. Oh, so as I walk away from the hacienda, which is right over my shoulder right here, his wife's name was Dee Dee, and he built her a special house all of her own. And I'd like to show you where that is right now. So this is the main way into the hacienda. This is the main house right here, like we just went through. But over there, across the creek, up on the hill, is Dee Dee's house. Now I don't know if she wanted to be really far away from them for some reason, or he wanted her to have a place of privacy. I don't know. They're working on it up there. Some guys are on the roof, but that was Dee Dee's house. That was his wife's house. She hung out up there. That was her place. Interesting. So this was also a working ranch, not just his house with the hacienda right there. Right there, I say. But it was a working ranch, and the ranch, he built a cantina for the ranch hands. So as it got evening and they were done working, they could come in here to the cantina, which looks like this in the picture, and unwind and have a glass of whiskey. And they would come and have their drinks after working all day on the ranch. It's kind of cool because, you know, like, we kind of like played stuff. We played cowboys and Indians and things like that because of movies and TVs. Look, there's a logo again, right there in the floor. Leo Carrillo. Okay, yeah, this was the garage. Actually built to look kind of like a shed, you know, where you'd put the wagons and stuff, but it's actually the garage where he parked his car. It says he had let's see what kind of car it was. Oh, he had a Town and Country convertible, carefully painted to represent his golden Palomino Conquistador. So he parked his convertible car in here. Okay, moving on. There's stables. Oh, there's a horse up here. There's stables here. This was a real well. Okay. Windmill. Water came shooting out of there when they asked for it. Oh. You know what? This is not just storage area. They've turned it into the bathrooms for us, public, moderners. There's potties in there. All right. But right across the way there is the stables. This is a really cool, neat place. Look at that horse. Let's see what he says. Gosh, he's holding perfectly still too. He's not even moving. That's amazing how well behaved this horse is. Good boy. His name is Amigo, which means friend in Espanol. Yeah, this was original quarters. What do you call it? Stalls, horse stalls, etc., etc. Well, here we are at the end of the day, I think. I don't think there's anything else to see here, but we are at the Leo Carrillo El Rancho de los Coyotes. And I think that's what he called it, but maybe that's what it was called. I don't know. His ranch. That was awesome. Let's walk back to the car. You know how when you're doing a tour of something and you're walking around and checking out the stuff and going in and out of buildings, it's awesome. You're enjoying it. You're taking notes. You're reading signs and making videos and stuff. And then you say, all right, we're at the end. We better start heading back to the car. And you realize how far you've walked. So I'm sitting on this bench, taking a load off, doing a little rest right here. He was a huge Hollywood mogul at the time. At the time, he had lots of Hollywood friends, but he wanted to get out of Hollywood or, LA sometimes and come down here and relax. And he had a working ranch here. They raised raised cattle, like show quality steers, these big giant fat steers, and they raised them and did shows and wow, it's just amazing. Anyway, so now I think after talking to you to death, hey, thanks a lot. You're awesome. I so appreciate you for watching the video this far. This isn't a very exciting video. I was just at work. I was at work and it was time to go. So I was like, what am I going to do? Let's go make a cool video. There's a place. Hey, there's a place right here. Let's go check it out. And here we are checking it out. So I'm really thankful that you watched this far into this video. Hopefully it's not going to be too long of a video. If you're hearing me say this right now, you'll be determining whether it was too long of a video or not. Or if you're not hearing this at all, you may not be hearing this at all, in which case you shut it off already. So whatever, it doesn't matter. And I don't know what I'm just talking about. But anyway, I'm going to walk myself back to the truck. I got a long drive home. So thanks for watching. The video's over. That's it. Goodbye. We're done.
Here's adventure. Here's romance. Here's O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the Old West, the Cisco Kid.